Right now in 2025, the real estate market is currently shifting and most people don't even realize it. According to a Realtor.com survey, 1 in 5 small landlords say that they're planning to sell. They're tired, stressed, and burned out. But here's the thing, this creates a huge opportunity for you, especially if you know where to spot these landlords and how to solve their problems using creative real estate investing. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to spot them, what to say to them, and how to turn that into cash flow for yourself without using your own credit or dealing with the banks. Now, why would these landlords want to sell? It's because rent growth has slowed across the entire country, down to under 2% in some markets. But you still have expenses like insurance and repairs and property taxes that are still rising. And on top of that, many landlords are still feeling the pain from the eviction bans during the pandemic. Some landlords went 6 to 12 months without getting paid. They never fully recovered from that. And here's something that nobody's talking about. About a third of the landlords in the United States are all over 60. These people don't want to deal with rising costs and tenants and repairs and all of the headaches that can come along with being a landlord anymore. So what happens? They let the property sit, they stop maintaining it, and eventually they look for an easy way out. That's where you come into play. Now you might be asking yourself, how do I get started? Do I need a license to do this? Do I need to pull a list or anything like that? Here's the best part. You don't need a license. You don't need to pull a list. You just need to know where these landlords are hanging out and how to contact them. I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that right now. Here's the deal. Over 70% of rental properties in America are owned by individual investors, not big corporations. These are the people that are more than likely to sell to you directly. Here's how to find them. All right, so the first way in order to find these tired landlords is to go to sites like Zillow.com. You guys have seen me use Zillow a lot on my channel. And the reason for that is because I believe it's a great way for beginning real estate investors to go out and start finding deals without having a huge marketing budget. Using sites like Zillow is simple. All you got to do is go to Zillow.com, search for properties for rent. And then once you search for the properties for rent, you're looking for bad photos, you're looking for bad descriptions, you're looking for properties that have been listed for rent for more than 30 days. And all you really got to do at that point is go ahead and contact the landlord of the property to see if they want to negotiate a deal with you. Another way to do it is to use sites like Craigslist.com. Now, people come to me all the time and say, hey, is Craigslist still valid? I'm going to tell you this. Craigslist is still a gold mine for real estate investors if you know how to use it the right way. A great way to use Craigslist in order to be able to find tired landlords is to simply go to Craigslist, look for properties for rent. Again, just like with Zillow, you're looking for the bad photos, you're looking for the bad descriptions. But on Craigslist, when it comes to contacting the sellers, look for out-of-state property owners. So if your area code is, let's say, 321, maybe you look for 619. If your area code, like in my area, is 336, and I see somebody with a 612 area code, for example, I'm going to contact that guy. That means he's probably out of state. He's probably not maintaining the property the way he should be, and he's probably going to be more open to negotiating a deal with me. So this is how you use Craigslist.com in order to be able to find these tired landlords. Again, we talked about Zillow, looking at the photos, bad photos. We talked about bad descriptions. We talked about days on the market being long on Zillow. And on Craigslist, we talked about some of the same criteria. The difference is we're looking for out-of-state area codes. A third way to find these tired landlords and potential motivated sellers is to search on sites like Facebook Marketplace. Now, when it comes to Facebook Marketplace, of course, you can use the same strategy when it comes to looking at the photos and the bad descriptions. But in addition to that, look for obvious signs like must sell. So you're looking at the language of the descriptions. Must rent, or this won't last. Now, remember, we're in a buyer's market right now. If somebody's telling you that something won't last, it could be true, but chances are if it won't last, they won't have it listed up on Facebook Marketplace. So that shows a sign of desperation that they want to sell today. Now, I could be wrong with that, but I've been pretty successful with finding people who've been over promoting properties, knowing that there's a sign of desperation there, because if it was a property that won't last, then chances are it'll be gone. So reach out to these guys. You know, Facebook Marketplace is another great way to find them. A fourth way to find properties is to drive for dollars. Now, when it comes to driving for dollars, look, this is an old school strategy that still works today. To me, is never going anywhere because there's always going to be a property in distress. And while everybody's trying to find an easy way to find properties by pulling lists and doing deals online, you can take advantage of the properties in your local area that are not online and really be able to capitalize on it, because chances are those sellers are not being contacted by as many people. So take the time to drive for dollars. Now, here's the deal when it comes to driving for dollars. You're looking for rent properties, but also properties for sale, and also no properties with no sign in front of it at all. But they all have the same characteristics. The properties are probably going to need some work on the outside. They probably have some lawn care that needs to be done, and they look vacant. Find a way to contact these sellers. If there's not a for rent sign, if there's not a for sale sign, skip trace the seller. Skip tracing is a whole nother topic, which, if you look through my channel, through my playlist, you'll find videos on how to skip trace. But skip trace the seller. If there's no sign in front of the property, contact them and talk to them. See if we can work out some type of deal with them. So again, driving for dollars is a great way to find properties, especially if you're looking for off-market deals. And finally, a fifth way to find these tired landlords is through property management companies. All you got to do is contact them and say, hey, I'm interested in buying properties. Are you working with any landlords who are looking to exit their properties right now? Look, these tired landlords are everywhere. All you got to do is know what their pain looks like and contact them to work something out. So now that you know how to find these sellers, let's talk about what to say to them once you get them on the line, because how you approach them can either make or break the deal. So here's a short script you can use. Hey, Mr. Seller, I saw your rental listing on Zillow. I work with a small group of investors that specialize in helping landlords who are just ready to move on. If the numbers made sense, would you consider selling this one? From there, all you have to do is let them talk. You ask about the property, you ask about their situation, and you ask about what would be the ideal situation for them moving forward. Now, also keep in mind that creative finance is a huge go-to in today's market. Since the interest rate spiked back in 2022, you have more and more sellers interested in doing seller financing or allowing you to take over their monthly payments simply because they don't want to deal with retail buyers or lose the low interest rate that they have on their property right now. So you're not using your own cash to buy the properties. You're simply solving the seller's problem by making smart offers. So how do you actually get paid from this? Well, it's really simple. Here's a step-by-step breakdown. The first thing you're gonna do is contact these tired landlords and confirm their motivation. The way you confirm their motivation is through a simple conversation like the script I just provided for you. Once you do that, you're gonna make a creative offer to them. Now, these creative offers can be comprised of seller financing, subject to, lease options, or anything that makes sense for you and the seller. Once you get the seller to agree to your terms, the next thing you're gonna do is go ahead and lock the property up in the contract. And after that, you can either wholesale the property or you can keep the property for long-term cash flow. Now, something else you wanna keep in mind is the average wholesale profit in America is right around $10,000 to $15,000. Now, you can actually make more money the bigger the problem is for the seller. So the bigger the pain, the more money you can actually make. Just recently, I had one of my coaching clients walk home with his first wholesale deal. He made $10,000 within 14 days because he solved the seller's problem. So once you get into the habit of solving sellers' problems, you'll see that it's a lot easier to make these deals happen and ultimately make money from the deals. Now, here's why time is of the essence when it comes to doing these types of deals. Right now, the Fed is under pressure to start cutting rates. When that happens, these same tired landlords might rethink selling. They might refinance their properties to hold for long-term cash flow. So that means your window of opportunity to take over some of these low interest rate loans or seller finance types of deals can be coming to a close. So this moment that we're in right now is rare. There's stress in the market, but there's also opportunity if you know what to look for and how to act on it. Speaking of which, if you want to take advantage of all of the creative finance opportunities that this market has to offer, I got something for you. I've put together something special in my Deal Pro Academy. You get access to 5 mastery courses plus a community right along with it. It comes with my wholesaling mastery, my fix and flip mastery, my cash flow mastery, meaning if you want to build long-term capital every single month, I show you exactly how to do that step by step. It comes with my auction mastery as well as my creative finance mastery. Now, if you really want to take advantage of what's happening right now in this market, you either go through my wholesale mastery or my creative finance mastery in order to be able to make that happen. In order to get started with the Deal Pro Academy, check the link in the description box below. So look, landlords are people. A lot of them are exhausted, they're feeling overwhelmed, and they just want a way out. But many of them don't know that there's a better way to sell than listing on the MLS. If you can be the person to show them the way out, you can not only create a situation that's winning for them, but also a situation that's winning for you as well. Win-win situations, that's what real estate investing is all about. If you've gotten value out of this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video, and let me know what other kind of videos you like to see on this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.